But we'll see which of our two Protoss players here is going to make it to the grand finals, or who's going to make it into that best of 5. As spawning in the top right hand corner of Ultra Love, we have our South Korean Protoss player, the Red Protoss, representing himself, currently teamless. It is herO. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the blue Protoss player representing Team Liquid. It is SKillous. I see in the chat, it would be nice if Vipers could abduct flying CCs. You're an animal, man. You're an animal. They'd have to like work out. They have to get swole to yoink a command center. That's crazy. Aye, aye, aye. But if you're in the chats, you know what time it is. It's Gamba time. Predictions are now open. Place your bets on who you think will claim the series. Best of luck in the chat, as we have seen SKillous improving so much here. Again, SKillous for a very long time was top 3 Protoss in Europe, but I would say in modern StarCraft, the gap between SKillous, Showtime, and MaxSpecs has been closing. SKillous has been improving so much. It's been great to see the growth of SKillous over the last, what, 6 months at this point. Post EWC, been amazing to see. Has been amazing. Despite that, herO is still the favorite player, 100%. herO is the favorite player here, but I want to believe that SKillous, I mean, he has beaten herO before, he could do it again. I'm specifically referring to OSC Season 12 Championship. If you recall, SKillous did defeat herO 3-0. He defeated, I mean, SKillous, he popped off. He defeated herO, he defeated Nightmare, Cure, Beyond, like, he took down everyone. It was crazy. It's insane. That's a crazy performance out of SKillous. But now we're opening up on Ultra Love, and this is where I have to calm it down a little bit. I have to wind it back and say, I hope you're ready for Phoenix Wars. Not saying it's going to happen 100%, but this is the setup for Phoenix Wars. We have a Gate Cyber expansion. Both players have their probes in position. The goal here is to deny the expansion, to force a Stargate. Yep, Stargate for herO, Stargate for SKillous. This is how Phoenix Wars are born. Oh boy. So Phoenix Wars are on the way. Because both players throw down Stargates, because both players see each other throw down Stargates, you have to make Phoenixes. It doesn't make any sense to make an Oracle, because if you make an Oracle and if your opponent makes a Phoenix, you will lose the Oracle. You will straight up just lose it. So you're forced to make Phoenixes and you're forced to commit. It is possible to transition out of Phoenix Wars into Blink, but you have to rely on your opponent being passive. Like, if your opponent's passive and if they aren't assertive with their Phoenixes, then you can get away with like a couple of gateways and Twilight Council into Blink into like an all-in, but it is very difficult to pull that off. As we go, the Phoenix is on the way. Oh, supply block! Oh, that was a supply block there for SKillous. That might be impactful. You can see SKillous, he is quite behind when it comes to the first Phoenix. Oh, it goes for the Oracle instead. Oh, that's rough. Yeah, that's unfortunate here for SKillous. So because the supply block, he cancels the Phoenix, he goes for the Oracle. herO, he saw the Oracle, by the way, so herO, he's aware of what's being built. And this is a shaky start for SKillous. It's going to be a shaky start. I mean, on the one hand, hey, at least we don't have Phoenix Wars, true. But on the other hand, it's a rough position to be in. As herO, he's already getting a third Phoenix. Again, this Oracle has to hide. So you can see SKillous, he pulls back the Oracle. He has to keep it hidden. herO, he's waiting for the Oracle. Remember, he scouted it. He's aware. And right now, SKillous needs time to build up into Blink Stalkers. As I mentioned before, remember, like, there is a way to transition out of Phoenixes into Stalkers if your opponent is passive. And right now, herO, remember, he's waiting for the Oracle. He's pinned back home. He's waiting for the Oracle. He is giving SKillous time to transition into Blink Stalkers. So SKillous, he's almost there. Needs a little bit more time. Saturating is natural. As we do have a pause. Oh, looks like we do have some latency issues. Hopefully it does clear up. Ooh. But we're more than happy to wait. More than happy to wait. Oh, okay, we're jumping back in.
Game resumed.
As we jump back in. And herO moves out. As herO moves out, SKillous does spot the move out. So he could try to dive in with the Oracle. Head up goes for the Shade. And what's important is that is just buying time. It forces the Phoenixes all the way back home. Oracle moves out. Again, SKillous, he's somewhat aware of the positioning of the Phoenixes. He does avoid them. Does avoid the Phoenixes, heads towards the main. herO moves out. And Blink isn't done. Yeah, Blink is not done. Does go for the lift. Shield battery back at home. Yeah, the shield battery is going to be enough to defend. And now herO is aware of what's been happening. He's aware of the Stalker transition. And the Stalkers are going to go down. They're going to go down one after the other. Every Stalker should fall. There's more than enough lifts. But the Oracle does get 5 kills, 6 kills even. Oh, there's the energy overcharge. We're still going to kill the Stalkers. It's going to be 7 probe kills. I mean, that isn't bad economic damage, but the reality is that the Stalkers are all dead. The Stalkers are all dying one after the other. They get 1 Phoenix? Not even. Yeah, not even a Phoenix has gone down. This is the power of Phoenixes, and this is why it's difficult to get out of Phoenix Wars into anything else. As herO, he's not content. He wants every single Stalker. Lifts up another 2. Looks like he will finally lose 1 Phoenix. He gets a Phoenix. Let's go. That's 1 Phoenix for 10 Stalkers. that is a brutal trade. Did I say 10 Stalkers? 1 Phoenix for 12 Stalkers. The efficiency is insane here, and herO, he will lift every other Stalker as well. And again, like, SKillous, he attempted to get out of Phoenix Wars. He attempted to go into Blink Stalkers. It is difficult to do this, and I hope that this game is a reflection as to why it's difficult to do this. Again, you're so reliant on the opposing Protoss player to be passive, to be more defensive, to give you breathing room. And herO didn't give it to him. I mean, he gave it to him for a time, but still hit before Blink. GG gets called, and herO takes game 1. Whew, herO does take game 1. I appreciate that SKillous tried to, break out of that mold of Phoenix Wars, but it was just a really rough start. Like, the supply block was brutal. The supply block doesn't sound like a big deal, but in a mirror matchup where you have the same tools as your opponents, like, every moment like that does matter, does count. If you remember, that's why we saw SKillous start a Phoenix, then he had to cancel it, then try to get into the Oracle, then try to get into the Blink Stalkers. Almost made it, almost got into Blink, almost, but not quite. And with that, that leads us into game number 2. Game number 2 is going to be on Whispers of Gold. Now, what I will say, unlike Ultra Love, Whispers of Gold does not have a ramp coming into the natural, so we should not be seeing Phoenix Wars. There is still a chance. There's a low chance that we could see Phoenix Wars, but on these smaller maps and on these more exposed natural maps, we should be seeing 2 gate openers. Now, herO, he has been very fond of going for the max opener of Gate Cyber into Expansion or Gate Cyber into Stargate. herO has been very fond of it, so there is a chance that herO will still indulge into that build, but I can see a world where SKillous will try to punish that build instead. Here we go. We're getting into game 2. But herO knows that SKillous knows that herO knows that SKillous built an Oracle. You're not wrong. He did knew. Well, he did know. He knew. There you go. Did know. I mean, that's why we had the shield battery, right? That's why herO did throw down the shield batteries in both the main base and the natural. He was aware there was most likely going to be a counterattack. And here he was happy to just tank that damage. And here we go. We're getting into game number 2 and spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Whispers of Gold. We have the South Korean Protoss player, the Red Protoss, leading the series 1-0. It is herO. And spawning in the top left-hand corner, we have his opponents. We have the blue Protoss player representing Team Liquid. It is SKillous. YouTube feed is clean, looks great. Great casting. Oh, thank you, thank you. Do appreciate it. Do appreciate it. Again, for those that are curious, we do have multiple streams, so we have multiple chats. So I do have to try to keep up with all the chat windows. True. With YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, TikTok, Kick as well. Yeah, we do our best. Do our best. Try to keep up. But now that we do have our openers, do have our openers. Speaking of, it is going to be, as we mentioned, 2-gate opener. 2-gate opener out of SKillous. Meanwhile, it's going to be what looks to be a gate cyber expand. If you recall, I alluded to the fact that herO has been very fond of the quote-unquote max patch opener in PvP, going for a gate into cybercore, into Stargate, then into a Nexus. That's why we brought it up before the game, and herO is going for it here and now. And as we assumed, SKillous with the 2-gate opener can try to punish herO with a 1-base all-in. What I mean by that is that SKillous, he actually hasn't gone for a probe scout. Never mind. I was going to say that if herO were to probe scout, he would confirm and see how greedy herO was being, and SKillous could try to go for a proxy with a pylon and an immortal, with a robo or a gateway, try to commit it to an all-in, but SKillous didn't scout across the map. herO, Stargate, then an expansion, so a very greedy build here out of herO. SKillous, though, is going to be cutting corners. He does skip his second unit. Okay, Sentry expand. Greedy build here by SKillous. Let's go. He skips that second unit. It was a 2-gate opener, but Sentry expand instead. Very greedy here by SKillous. Even faster Nexus than herO. Okay. So we have a game of greed. I do favor... I was going to say, SKillous is in a slightly better position. That is true. He has a slightly faster expansion. He will have a slightly better economy. On the flip side, herO with a Stargate opens Oracle, and the Oracle is going to be available to get some economic damage to pick away at the mineral line and to make up for that. That is the power of this opener, is that herO, he goes for a faster expansion, and of course can harass across the map as well. So Oracle into Twilight Council, not into Robo. So herO looks like he's working towards Blink. Meanwhile, back at home, safety shield battery out of SKillous. Did go for the hallucination, did confirm the Stargate, is aware of the Oracle. So SKillous is setting up back at home. Ooh, even throwing down a proxy pylon. Okay. I mean, SKillous does have an extra gateway. Ooh, he does not catch the... oh god. Does not catch the Stalker. Some fumbled force field, and that was 2 force fields as well. No. herO going for his own counter proxy gateway. Now, thankfully, SKillous does have a couple of extra force fields, but he has to be very careful with this. Going for the expansion. herO throws down another gateway, getting into a 3-gate setup into Blink. herO, he might just turn this into a 1-base all-in. Yep, 4th gateway, 1-base all-in. 1-base all-in, and herO, he just completely gives up on the expansion. Oracle into the main. Stasis did pop up. Oh my god. Stasis did catch a couple of workers. SKillous pulls away. And now suddenly, SKillous is the defender. Suddenly, SKillous has to race back home and defend. Another Stasis, is denied. SKillous, he does not come across the proxy, but he does come across the Oracle. Does get a bit of hull damage. Stalker's moving out. Remember, we have 3 gates at home and 1 across the map, so it's going to be a 1-base 4-gate blink all-in out of herO. Even going for the Dark Shrine. Going for the proxy Dark Shrine. He's crazy. Let's go. It's all or nothing. Oracle goes down. Massive pickoff. Now, the DTs can do quite well here just because there's no detection. There's 0 detection for SKillous. There's no Stargate, Robo, or Forge. So the longer this goes on without any of those buildings, the higher chance that the game just ends. He scouts. No, oh, wait, what? Wait, what? what just died? Did herO kill his own probe? So now it's going to be forced back. But SKillous did not scout. Now dancing with the army. SKillous does have a greater Stalker force. Blink is revealed. herO forced to pull away. Dark Shrine about to finish. herO, he's playing with fire right now. He cannot drag the army towards the Dark Shrine. But SKillous, he's about to find this. Oh, barely not. He's being dragged away. Oh, he sees the Dark Shrine. DT's warping in, and there's 0 detection. SKillous going for the pylon. It will not deny the warp in. DT's waddled into the bases. And right now, there's nothing. There's nothing. Robo. Robo gets thrown down in the main. Robo is on the way. Forced to recall back home. DT's are waddling in. He can force with the ramp. He can hold position. He can and he will. Does hold position. herO trying to force his way through. He does leave the economy, does leave the mineral line. Stalkers are coming from behind. That's a lot of Stalkers going down, actually. A lot of Stalkers are falling. Robo halfway done. And even though SKillous he isn't being killed straight up, he's still taking a lot of losses. Gateways get depowered. Probe's going to be falling. Again, those shield batteries, there's no pylon. There's no pylon. Boys are being pulled. SKillous getting desperate. DT gets into the mineral line, and this is getting out of hand. It's getting out of hand. It's getting out of control. 10 probe kills already. herO behind this gets his natural. Stalkers, they poke in. As the Observer has finally arrived, that's still going to be 12 probe kills. Yeah, still insane damage. Thankfully, SKillous, he scouted, so he was able to react. Did react in time. So he survives. But who do we favor? Okay. Who do we favor? herO, he is down one worker. So herO, he doesn't have the economic lead that he would like. The economies are still quite close, if not slightly in favor of SKillous. That is true. When it comes to the tech, both players have Blink. There's no other tech structure. Of course, we have the Robo from the side of SKillous. SKillous, it looks like he will snipe that Dark Shrine at least. Meanwhile, Robo's already done for herO. herO building up and getting into Immortal production. So as the game settles down, we're actually quite close. We're quite close here. I would lean towards herO because of the Immortal counts. Like, the Immortal count is building up, and the Immortals, they add so much value, especially this early on in a chaotic game state. Immortals can be crucial. SKillous going for his own counterattack. There's that one Immortal, but the Immortal needs support. herO, he blinks into the main base, into the mineral line. SKillous, he is spotted. We do have an extra warp in. SKillous does push forward, going for the shield batteries. Shield batteries are exposed. herO, he pulls back that Immortal, keeps it safe. May have to pull the boys. Yeah, the boys are being pulled. Shield batteries are targeted. But not a bad engage here from herO. Meanwhile, across the map, herO is being cleaned up. The shield battery does mean that herO doesn't really get much economic damage. Say that actually healed six probes. Oh my god. He will lose the Stalkers. Stalkers go down. herO, he defends. He's now on 2, soon to be 3 Immortals. Again, that Immortal count's what's most concerning to me. The high Immortal count. Both players taking their thirds. Both players taking their third bases. Both players expanding. herO still on the best economic game state. We have Charge on the way for SKillous. Now, what I appreciate from SKillous is what he's doing with his economy. He's getting into his own Immortals. He has some catching up to do. More importantly, into Charge and into +1. The Forge and +1 here I do really appreciate from SKillous. So SKillous, he will maintain a greater upgrade count, which is a high quality army. herO, before we can talk about those upgrades though, herO's pushing in. And again, he has those 3 Immortals. So the Immortal count is in favor of herO. Can he use that to break the third? I think he can, but will he? SKillous trying to keep up. SKillous, he has 1 Immortal of his own. Expansion taking a lot of hits. Shields get stripped away from 1 Immortal. Nice force fields, locking one of them down. Yeah, he gets 1. He's gonna get 2. Oh, not quite. herO, he pulls away in time. Triggers those shields. Oh, loses another Immortal. And again, the force fields are just a little bit too good here, and SKillous, he will hold, he will defend. Whew. Does defend. Also, here he had a little bit of miscontrol there. He was wasting Immortal shots on 1 Zealot. There was like 1 or 2 Zealots there that just did so well tanking for SKillous. Tanking those Immortal shots, and now SKillous, he survives. And now he will enjoy an upgrade lead. Getting to +1, and Temple Archives on the way, getting into Archon production as well. Now suddenly herO's on the back foot. herO, he's in trouble. Because now he's down in everything. We have +1, we have Charge, we have a higher Immortal count as well. SKillous ahead in almost every aspect now. And he's moving in. Does move in. herO, he has to pull away. herO, he cannot fight this head on. And not like this. And SKillous, he knows, he goes for the dive, takes down the Immortal. Boys are being pulled. And SKillous, he breaks the third. He breaks the third base and he's breaking herO. Again, nice pullback here by SKillous. He does pull away, preserves the Immortals, will lose one. Not even. It does save the Immortal. And with that, we're forcing the ace match. We're going all the way to the ace match here as herO is being forced all the way back to his own natural. The third base is completely forfeit. And the third base is going to fall. Again, herO, he had potential with that Immortal move out, but clearly that had to do more damage. That needed more damage. Did not trade well enough. And with that, GG. Yeah, GG gets called. The writing was on the wall, and SKillous ties up the series. Whew, we are going to the ace match. Let's go. Oh my god. We're getting into the ace match here again. A very, very tense game. Again, a lot of this game came down to the scout. If you remember, SKillous, he had no idea that there were Dark Templar coming, but he barely saw that Arc Shrine in time. He was able to recall back home, throw down his own Robo. He was able to hold position on the ramp, and he bought just enough time for that Observer. With that, he was able to survive, make a game out of it as well, and recover. GG. GG, well played. It did recover. And with that, we're going all the way to the ace match. And we'll see how this story ends. See how this story ends. Let's go. As I'm most curious by the map. I'm most curious as to what map we're going to load into. More often than not, the map does kind of dictate the pace of the game and what kind of openers we see. So we'll see what map is chosen. Oh! Ooh, interesting. The final map is going to be Frostline. Frostline, of course, is one of the larger maps in the map pool. Larger map, exposed bases. I would say that it is unwise to go for a gate cyber expand on this map, but we'll see. We'll see how we do approach this. So we're getting into game 3. Go. So we're getting into that ace match. As a reminder, of course, Clem vs. MaxPax is going to be after this series. After this best of 3. We'll get there. And spawning in the top right-hand corner of Frostline, we have our South Korean Protoss player, our Red Protoss, representing himself, currently teamless, being forced into the ace match. We'll see if he can bounce back and make it to the finals. It is herO. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have his opponents. We have the blue Protoss player, representing Team Liquid, tying up the series 1-1. And forcing us to the ace match. We'll see if we can keep that momentum going. It is SKillous. Here we go. Whew. And SKillous does move out. This time with a Probe Scout, so does herO. As a reminder, last game, SKillous did delay his Probe Scout for a very long time. And I imagine SKillous is going to open up 2 gates. I'm most curious about herO's opener. Very curious here. We have double gases here by SKillous. herO opening up with a single gas geyser. Is herO going gate expand? What do you have for us? It is. Yeah. 2 gate opener out of SKillous. herO once again gate into Cybercore into expansion. herO is cutting corners. He's going to be greedy here. Bold move. Bold move on Frostline. I mean, I say he's going, yeah, straight up Nexus. Yeah, again, 1 gas. Single gas geyser. He goes gate into Nexus before the Cybercore. Very greedy build here by herO, and SKillous has to make a decision. SKillous, he opened 2 gate. Does he proxy? Does he proxy? Does he go for a 1-base all-in? Yeah, he's going for the all-in. So basically, herO, he has in a way kind of forced SKillous's hand. SKillous, he confirms how greedy herO has been, and SKillous, he has to respond. He has to respond to it. He has to go for the all-in, and we'll see if herO can survive. Because what's scary about what's happening here is that this isn't even like, can herO pull a Max Packs? Even Max Packs rarely does this. Like Max Packs, when he plays, he goes Gate into Cybercore into Stargate so he can make safety Void Rays. Even Max Packs isn't this greedy. So this isn't quite a Max Packs, this is even great. He scouts. herO does scout, herO does confirm. He does confirm the one base all in. Proxy Robo. And we'll see how, I mean, herO should respond with his own Robo. We should be seeing a Robo response into Immortal production. Yep, there it is. Robo's on the way. So far, herO, he has all the information he needs. He's fully aware of the proxy, fully aware of the all-in. With that information, he responds with the Robo, with Immortals, and with shield batteries. So far, good reactions, good responses here by herO. It still comes down to the controller, to control the players. As herO, he does attempt to catch out the first unit. Yep, spots the adepts. Ooh, gets baited to the steam vents. Better engaged here by SKillous. Can he take down the first Stalker? Oh my god! This should not have happened. First Stalker will lose all its shields, but doesn't take too much hull damage. Doesn't take any hull damage. herO, he did have some miscontrol there. Chasing into the steam vents. Likewise, Immortals on the way. herO needs a little bit more time. Immortals also on the way here for SKillous. Shield battery is done, at least the first one. He's got his sentry for force fields. Now, for all herO knows, this could be War Prism first, true. But it's Immortal first instead. So herO is on patrol looking for any kind of prism movement. But herO does he react in time. Oh! Pulls away. Does pull away. Adepts say shade in past the army. They shade into the main. And there's no wall. Yeah, there is no wall. herO trying to catch out the Immortals. Boys are being pulled, and herO is being pulled apart here. This is critical damage. 5, 6, 7 probes going to be falling. 8 probe kills even. And herO, he falls behind. On the front lines here, he has been trading well. He did snipe the sentry. But likewise, he doesn't get on top of the army. He almost got the Immortal, but the War Prism came in just in time. Whew, that was close. herO, he's up when it comes to the Immortal count, though. Remember, herO, he didn't make a War Prism, so he has more Immortals. Adepts, this time the shade is denied. And this is where I worry for SKillous. So what SKillous lacks in firepower, he's going to have in mobility. So he can try to drop into the main, shade past the army as well. Yeah, you can see him split up. Does pick up. Headed for the mineral line. Oh, nice force fields. Gets both Stalkers. Yeah, miscontrol there by herO. He didn't save the Stalkers, wasn't able to. He was hesitant with that War Prism. Likewise, Adepts say to get into the main. They can one-shot probes. They can, and they will. And probes are going down. herO getting pulled apart. Now, getting some economic damage is nice, but SKillous needs more. Remember, SKillous, he's on one base. Like, SKillous, he's all in. Like, he needs more than just a couple of worker kills. Meanwhile, the Immortals are out of position. Nice force fields. They buy time. Here he does have a full wall. Does have the full wall. SKillous, he goes for the dive. Gets on top of the sentries, takes down a Stalker. Yeah, Stalker goes down, here he pulls away, and SKillous, he might have just done it here. Oof. Yeah, breaks through that main army, gets on top of that Immortal. Oh no, no lifts, no pickup. And SKillous is overwhelming. GG gets called. herO, he fumbled the control too many times there, and SKillous, he will take the series 2-1 and will advance on to the grand finals. GG. Whew. GG, well played. Nikita, he pops off, He does pop off, takes down herO 2-1, and Nikita, he will make it to those grand finals. GG, well played. Ooh, again, it was a very, very intense series here between herO and SKillous. Oh, before I forget, we do have to head on over to the European server. But SKillous did pop off. And again, as we mentioned at the start of the series, we spoke about how SKillous has been improving so much here. We've been talking about how SKillous, he has been blurring the lines between himself, Max Packs, and Showtime. SKillous has been improving so much over the past 6 months and has been able to take it to the best players out there. He's even, it was like, what, I want to say 2-3 weeks ago, he took down Max Packs, he took down Showtime. Like, SKillous has been on fire, and here he takes down herO. GG. GG, well played. Whew. Again, there isn't a Protoss player in the world that SKillous hasn't beaten this year. It's about consistency, though. It's about being able to do that on a regular basis instead of once every couple of weeks or once a month. It's about doing that on a more regular basis here instead. So GG, well played. SKillous, he makes it all the way to the finals, and SKillous here will have some time here to himself to wait for his next opponent. Who's up next? What's going to be a Terran or a Protoss? Let's go.